I woke up gasping, my leg burning like it had been bitten by fire. The mark was there again, black and blue, perfectly round, just like the others. I tried not to cry, but the pain felt like it was crawling under my skin. It had been 2 months now. Every morning, the same mark, the same fear. My name is Latoya, and this is the story of how I faced a Soucouyant. I told my parents about the marks when they first started showing up. At first, they thought it was a spider bite, or maybe I'd hit my leg in my sleep. But when it kept happening, night after night, they knew it wasn't normal. It was Granny Mavis who said it first. "Soucouyant," she whispered. Her voice was low, like she didn't want the walls to hear. "One of dem wicked spirits draining her blood while she sleep." The elders in the village came together after my father begged them for help. They sat in a circle under the big mango tree one night, their faces serious. Granny Mavis, Mr. Daniel, Auntie Nessa, all of them had seen strange things before. But this wasn't just strange, it was personal. You see, the Soucouyant wasn't just anyone. The elders suspected it was Mr. Boogs. He was an old man who rode his squeaky bicycle through the village every day, always with a crooked smile and a sharp tongue. He didn't talk much, but he had a grudge against my father. Years ago, they had fought over land, and Mr. Boogs had lost. "Soucouyant doesn't forget," Granny Mavis said. The plan was simple. They said the Soucouyant was strongest at night, when it could shed its skin and fly like a ball of fire to feed. If we could find its skin and destroy it, the Soucouyant would die. That night, the elders waited by the tamarind tree near Mr. Boogs's house. My parents made me stay inside, but I could hear everything from my room. The air felt heavy, like it was holding its breath. It was close to midnight when they saw the light. A glowing, fiery orb floated out of Mr. Boog's window, shooting across the sky like a comet. It was heading straight for our house. The elders didn't waste time. They rushed into Mr. Boog's house while he was gone. His skin, thin and dry like old leather, was hidden under his bed. Granny Mavis poured salt all over it. "Salt," she said, "would trap the Soucouyant." Mr. Daniel struck a match and set the skin on fire. I heard the scream from my bed. It wasn't human. It was high-pitched and awful, like metal scraping against metal. The fiery orb shot back toward the house, spinning wildly in the air. But when it reached the window, it stopped. It couldn't get inside. It hovered there for what felt like forever, before disappearing into the night. The next morning, Mr. Boog's bicycle was still leaning against the side of his house, but he wasn't there. The village searched for him, but all they found were ashes under his bed. The marks on my legs stopped after that, but sometimes, late at night, I think about the scream. It still haunts me, like a shadow that never really goes away. Granny Mavis said the Soucouyant's curse was broken, but I'm not so sure. Some things don't die easy, and some grudges last longer than a lifetime.